Welcome to Callous Coder. Today we will turn your boring Vim from this into this in a couple of easy steps. Motherfucker! Today we will be installing Vim with nerd tree on the left with code completion for pretty much every language and optionally C, C++, which I will install on this laptop. And below we will have a bash. I really like that because then I'm in the current directory. I can type a make, and in other project directories I can edit, and that speeds up my workflow. So first we need to install Vim. I already did that. I used Vim Improved. They advise Neo Vim, but it's whatever you want to use. And then we will download my configuration. This is the one that I always use all the time. It's been around for quite some time. I just fixed a little bug of a plugin that didn't exist anymore. So let's just copy it the easy way and paste that in my root vi.vimrc. There we go. And when we start Vim, it will start to complain that certain plugins are missing. And that is completely correct. So we're going to first install Vandal. Vandal is the plugin manager that I use for Vim plugins, and it's basically running a git clone, and it will create a .vim directory bundle with that. So we paste that in, and that is Vandal done. Now we will see that there are a little less errors. Groovebox color scheme is not installed. That's correct. Now we can install the plugin. Plugin install. And I will go through all the plugins that I have in my .vimrc and install them. Plugin install. Then you need to type it the right way. And this will take some time, especially the You Complete Me. So now we need to satisfy You Complete Me, and it is really highly necessary for you to actually follow these steps for your chosen operating system. I already installed this, so this will go instantly. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. And then we need to go into You Complete Me and actually compile You Complete Me. So we will start to run the install. So now we'll compile all the languages that we have, download them. You can also install only, for example, Rust or Go, whatever you would like to have. I just install everything because I tend to come across a lot of different languages anyways. And what is storage these days, right? Almost done. Okay. If you don't want any C support or C# support, then you're done. I actually want that, so I also need to install that explicitly, and that goes with the clang D, this one. Oh, I need to. Yes, Python 3. There we go. After a long wait, it's installed. Now let me show you what is in there, bearing in mind that I'm a very mediocre VI user. So let's have a look at our .vimrc file. There may be some configuration changes that you need to make for your operating system. First and foremost is if you want Java code formatting, you would need to install Google Java Format and put the complete absolute URL in here. Now here we see a block that enables auto formatting on save, and I want to enable the C and the Python for this. Yep, and C. There we go. And let's have a look in a C file what is going to happen. Let's save this. We need to restart it in order to reload the .fimrc file. So here we go, VI. Let's use the nerd tree, Ctrl W H to go to the panel and select this. So here we have some code that is not really nicely cleaned up. Let's do this like this. I enabled code formatting on save, but it's not doing anything. And the reason for that is that the clang format is not installed. But the script is clever enough that if you write that it will not complain. But if you actually perform code format manually, it will give you an error here. Clang format is not available. So we need to install that. Let's do that. Sudo apt install clang format. Okay, that's done. And now if we write, it will, and look at that, it works. And now if you do it also manually, format code, it will no longer complain. There we go. So that is code formatting for you. So the next feature is block remarks. And I use relative numbers. As you see, I have enabled relative numbers here. This is line 19. And we're counting up from here. It is very convenient when you have to, for example, mark out a whole block of code. We look at here. This is basically line 0 and this goes to 8. So 9 GCC. GCC and GC are the bindings for remarking code blocks. And to undo it again, 9 GCC. So GCC is code blocks. You can also do this interactively, of course. Press V, select it, and then it's GC. And if you want to undo it again, select it again, GC. But you see, the relative numbers really speed up your workflow. Now the next is you complete me clever stuff, refactoring. All the bindings are done with "G" for you complete me. So if we want to refactor a modulo method to, for example, mod method, "gr" mod method, because the text that you're on is going to be refactored. Boom. And refactoring does it hierarchically through the whole tree, and that's kind of cool. So "gr" for refactor. Now there's also a search and replace. That is something different from refactoring. Refactoring will go through the tree hierarchically and update everything. And of course, search and replace is only in the doc. Now you could perfectly fine do it the old-fashioned way: %s took. I want to have took in the capital. But I find that a bit too much work, so I have a key binding for that, "s". Oh, I need to be on the word. So I want to change took back, "s". It already has the word filled in, took. Boom. The next one is get doc, which I use a lot. For example, if you have this thing, and if you wait, it will give you the documentation here, but as soon as you move away, it's gone. And sometimes you want to have that there all the time, and you can do this with "g doc", DOC. And it will open a panel, and it will remain there, and you can look at all the arguments. And to remove it, Ctrl W, you go to the panel, and you just close it. So these are the Vim features in my package. I hope you like them. I hope you use them. Get the .fimrc file from my GitHub link in the description, and tweak it to your liking. That is the power of Vim. I'm not a Vim purist, I also use Visual Code, but Visual Code with Vim bindings. I hope you liked it and see you in the next one.